Hello everyone and welcome back to Medieval Resurrection. So a quick note before we start. I've had a look in the settings, I've had a look on Google, standard, and I've spoken to Matt, and I've very much been forced to conclude that the cutscenes, it's pretty much, I'm sure it's the emulator that does what it does to the cutscenes, so I'm not really sure what I can do about fixing that, but I'm going to carry on looking because you never know. So we got to return to the graveyard after beating the Mausoleum demon, so let's go. So, return to the graveyard. It certainly doesn't seem to be the same graveyard. But, nevertheless, let's go.
Return to the graveyard. We went there earlier. If you have reasonable short-term memory, you might remember it.
Fair play. Ah yes, we got the longsword.
To get out of this graveyard, the glass demon's key might help.
Yes, it will. Wow, it does some good damage. Obviously the drawback is we don't get the shield, but don't really need it, to be honest, when you've got this long reach. Or it becomes even better when you press square. You do have to make sure you kill them before they get close though, otherwise you can take a small bit of damage. Some throwing daggers. So yeah, I remember saying on part 1 I believe that I remember something to do with this river, and this is it. I do remember now, you have to use the coffin to travel to this bit and use the key, the stained glass key. There we go, we can now exit the graveyard. So we just need to wait for another coffin to come by. Don't know why they're suddenly floating down the water, but I need to get off around here somewhere, but I'm going to follow it as far around as I can in case there's a secret. Because like I said, this game is abound with secrets. Oh dear god, this is my last chance to get off. Oh, there we go. Right, let's kill as many zombies as we can for the chalice. I wonder how far you can actually go back. I was going to say, I don't think they'd reopen the entire level. Now, as you can see, that's not the entire level. Fair enough. Oh, there's some treasure there. That means we need to go back. Well, that's good. I don't think we actually can. That's irritating. Alright, I've got a risky plan. A very risky plan. I'm going to jump on the next coffin and see if I can immediately jump off to the left to the staircase. Oh, so close.
Is not your strong point.
Or I may have to restart the level. I'm going to restart the level. I don't want to miss out on that much treasure when I
Return
need
to the
it.
graveyard. We went there earlier. If you have reasonable short-term memory,
You might remember it. Right, straight over it.
The glass demon's key
Straight
might
for the
help.
treasure. I'm glad you can hit people through the fence, because that would have been skank otherwise. As if he still hit me. I'm confused. Do I actually need a rune there or something? Where would I get the rune from? Unless, I suppose I may be able to somehow. I'm very, very confused about this now. Clearly he's supposed to come back to it later on, so I'll leave it. You may not even be able to come back. Well, obviously you should come back to it somehow, but we'll see. There may be a. If I find a blue rune later on, I know where I'm coming back to. Let's use the stained glass key again to open the gate. So yeah, the longsword's probably my new favourite weapon right now. I love its range. And its damage. Say it one-shots blue zombies. Ah, good, we filled up one of our life bottles after the fight in the mausoleum. We needed that badly. And there's the rune. Hidden right here. I say hidden. I must have picked that up so many times as a kid that I've never gone back realising. Or maybe I didn't, I just completely forgot about it. Right, so we've got 18% on the chalice already. That's a good sign. I think I vaguely remember where the chalice is on this level. I remember bits and bobs about this, on this channel, I mean this level, sorry. I vaguely remember bits about this level. Vaguely. Alright, so it's time for some zombies to die.
An old acquaintance of yours, eh, Dad?
The sword is ace, but if you miss it leaves you wide open. Through the spooky woods. The spooky woods. Let's kill some zombies. Right, I need to stop being so careless. So the gate needs a rune. Hello, wolf. Oh. The Grim Reaper stood in there. I think here's definitely a foe that's better fought with the short sword and shield. Unless you can catch him unawares like that. Oh god, I got hit by a bomb. And those two had zombies in them. Right, yeah, definitely time for ranged weapons till we can get some health back. Oh, another spade. Can you only activate them with melee weapons? I may as well use the wooden sword then. Give it a use.
You, my musty foot?
A nice bit of schmatter, won't go amiss. Throwing daggers, crossbow, health, vial. I will get my crossbow bolts and daggers back up and leave it at that. I don't really want to buy health vials unless I have to. So I don't really need them. Hello, health vial. Right, that's that wolf down. What was that? Good job I didn't repair the shield. Let's put the shield on, as Ewan McHaggis would say. Right. Obviously we can be here for a reason, and there that reason is.
Woe is me.
Wow. Anyway, let's go check the roof just in case we missed anything. Oh, why did I do that? Why did I run off the roof? Let's have a look. So you can't get any further up the roof than that. I don't think there's anything up there, to be honest. Well, in we go.
Greetings, stranger. I'm Death. It is I who ease the passage of lost souls on their final journey. The hours are hell, but I wanted a job working with people. But hold. Have we not met before? Sir Daniel Fortescue! I've done you once already. I never forget a corpse. It's that pesky Zarok. I'm up to my eye sockets in the ex-deceased. Business hasn't been this brisk since the great massacre of Mellowmead. I may have to take on an intern. Help you fight Zarok? Of course. If only to get some rest. I'd be off on holiday topping up my tan if it wasn't for that evil old madman. But there is a way to stop him. You'll need the Anubis stone. It was used by Zarok 100 years ago to create an undead army. The very army that you fought on the day of your, arrow-based mishap. After that most bloody of battles, the Galamir people acquired the stone. To prevent its power being used again for evil, they broke it into 4 and gave each piece to a trusted member of the realm. You'll need to find all 4 pieces to use the stone's power. Then you can summon up an army that can compete with Zarok's elite guard, the terrifying Phasgul's. They sound like a trapeze act, but trust me,
Phasgul, Nazgul.
a lot less fun. Well, I've seen and heard many things on my deathly duties. I could write a book, you know. Of course, no publisher would touch it. All I want these days is romantic fiction and epic poems. Anyway, One piece was buried with the great Moloch chief. His tomb is in this very cemetery. The mayor of Sleeping Village inherited a piece from his predecessor and knows its current whereabouts. There's a rumor that the Witch of Pumpkin Gorge has a piece in her possession, although she may have put that about herself to drum up some tourist fortune-telling trade. Ah, yes, and the fourth and final piece is in possession of the deceased King of Galamir. Assuming he is still deceased. You never know these days, do you? I mean, look at you. But if he is, it'll be locked in his castle vault. Okay? You're very welcome. Now go and stop Zarok before he drives me to an early grave.
Interesting. Yeah, I've just realised, I mean it's probably obvious, but I've just realised that he's the one that narrates the loading screens. Is he, Shag? Right, there's nothing in here. Let's get through that gate. So if there's an Anubis stone here in the very cemetery, I imagine that's our goal at all costs. So let's see what foe we have waiting for us, shall we? Dear God is a good one. Hammer should do us some good here. For the scallywags. Wow, there's an archer skeleton now. Scumbags. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, get out the way! Fat zombies are easily killable.
By the sandals of the wandering hippie, the famous Moloch Chief's Memorial.
Let's get him before he can charge me. And let's get that skeleton. Hello, runestone and chalice. The chalice is pretty low at the minute though, so hopefully we'll find some more people to kill. Otherwise we're suffering. Right, I'm going to stick to short sword and shield when I'm on this low health. So the fighting on this is quite difficult to avoid being hit. I'm just going to keep getting hit by Arrow Man unless I do something by it. Let's make sure he dies. There we go. Hello cave with health. And that's filled my health bottle up, thank you. Some more throwing daggers and my health back to full. Right, we're not doing too far. 75% is not bad. 76. Still a skeleton archer somewhere. I think he's further up top. Oh, I don't feel like I was supposed to do that, but... it's quite easy to spam these guys to death. Here we go, that was the natural progression route. I just did some sneaky jumping. And of course, we can't actually get in. Right, we must have to open it. Somewhere else. Oh dear God. Oh, thank God. That could have gone horribly wrong, and it almost did. Have these enemies respawned? Obviously he just wandered over here on his own. Interesting. 81%, we're almost there. Almost. It won't be long now. Here's access to another rune. Ah, that opens that gate. Right, the Chaos Rune is now open. I wonder if I could make that jump. It's risky, but I really want to try it. Ah, so close.
Buoyancy is not your strong point.
You don't say. It was definitely worth a try. I mean, that was so close. That was ridiculously close. I think we're going to get there with the chalice. We should be alright, 83%. especially when these ones keep rising from the grave. Let's use the longsword for a bit, just to try and sort of keep them at a distance. Do I need to turn both of them that way? I think I must do. Okay, let's try and turn the other statue facing that way. There we go. Oh god, that almost pushed me right off. Okay, the sword may be the long sword may be the best hope right now to preserve 62 health. How will it fare against the mummy though? Wow, I charged into it, that was my own fault. Why is that still hitting me? That's a bit stupid. There we go, that's him dead. Right, let's finally get the Anubis piece if we can, if I stop pausing it. Come on, Anubis piece. There we go.
A piece of the Anubis stone. Its power and worth is unimaginable. I know a bar where you can get cash for it.
We are not selling it, we are keeping it, and we've got one quarter of the Anubis stone. I'm so glad 4 damage isn't a thing on this game. Right, well now I'll just be happy to get out of here, to be honest. Oh, come on! Those stupid graves. That is really annoying. We can at least kill the zombie in vengeance. There we go. Alright, let's get out of here with what little health we have. Oh, of course, there's a zombie and a charging zombie. Thank God that worked. I don't know if it would for a minute there. Right, we're on 98%. That's a good sign. I'm going to switch to the crossbow for now because of my health. It seems to do well against wolves, and we've just hit the chalice. I'm excited to see what weapon we get now. Oh man, there's a lot of wolves around. Can't believe that missed. There we go. That would have been stupid if I couldn't hit him. Oh god, we're going into this with just the wrong amount of health. Just remembered what this is. A sort of boss, but not a boss per se. Stone wolves and regular wolves. Oh, why can't the wolves just be on my side? I'm such a druid, I hate killing animals. Oh, well, there we go. You can charge it up and hit them with it as they pass by. I think you're supposed to use range weapons, but... Okay, they are dead, I believe. I don't think there's any left, right? They don't look happy. So it is a boss, a full-on boss. Since they are made of stone, oh, you'd have thought a hammer. So they come into the real world just long enough to attack you. So I like the hammer for this fight then. Oh, so close. So I can only hit him once, that's fair enough. God damn it, so close. Let's try the speed of the short sword. And the shield actually, we can block their first hit. You don't do a lot of damage there, that's the problem. How did that not hit? That was pure skanky. Right, come on. There we go, we hit him. This is going to be a long ass fight. So that noise generally means they've turned invisible, which is good. Ah, tried so hard then. I wonder if the club does more damage with it being a blunt weapon. I don't think it really did that much less damage, did it? Let's try and preserve the shield then. Oh, how does it keep missing? Alright, best thing is not to get too stressed out by it. Oh, stop connecting to the wrong one! God, the lock-on can be annoying. There we go. Dealing some damage now. There we go. Right, we've cracked it. We know what we're doing now. He says he's probably going to die anyway. One of them must almost be dead by now. Can't be far off dead. Oh, come on, they literally for a split second. I'm not sure if one of them dies before the other. We'll soon find out anyway. It for some reason decided to lock onto the gate. That should have hit me, to be honest, so I'm not complaining. There we go, he's dead. The other one's not got much health left. Let's end this wolf. Well, the dodge was smooth, but let's try that again. Well, it worked, sort of. It didn't dodge, but it did hit. Yeah! Now that was impeccably smooth.
Excellent work, my brother. Let me ruffle your hair. Oh, never mind. But we have escaped. Gallowmere Plains lies beyond that gate.
Does it now? Let's go see what we get from the Hall of Heroes for that ridiculous boss fight.
The Hall of Heroes. It's where heroes are allowed to store their umbrellas and raincoats.
Fair enough. Let's see what we've got. Huh. I think we might have... Yeah, we've unlocked upstairs. Cool. Right. What have we got? I see someone moving around. I know what weapon it is.
Dan the man. Tell me, what's a warrior queen got to do to get a guy like you? Don't be shy, baby.
Wow.
I've seen you giving me the eye. You may be weak and feeble like all men, but I like you, Daniel. How are you at Topiary, brother? Only I need another gardener, someone to trim my bush and look after my clematis.
Wow.
Here, lover, hold my spear.
And that's for
Grip
kids.
it tight now, and think of me when you throw it.
Jesus Christ, that entire conversation. The entire conversation. I've never noticed that. Right, so the spear is ace because you can only have 30 of them to throw. But you can use them as melee as well, which is very good. It's not the best of melee or ranged, but it's better than nothing. Right, so from Scarecrow Fields you've sort of got a choice. You can either go right to Sleeping Village for the mate, or you can go right again, I suppose, for Scarecrow Fields, and then you can see below Scarecrow Fields some big pumpkins for Pumpkin Gorge. So yeah, I'm going to end it and leave it on a cliffhanger as to which I'll go to. You can go to Galamere Plains, but it's, well, I'll show you actually at the start of the next video. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.